This podcast contains explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to
Wrestling
Podcast. Are you ready? Oh, don't you dare be sour! Super Cat! Showtime! Boom! Bada boom! Realest guys in the world. How you doing? We are united!
This has everything to do with AJ Styles.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass!
Wrestling fans, let me talk to you. This is Dazzy Dangerously and this is the Match Wrestling Podcast. And well, the world is divided on last week's WrestleMania. Some was good, some was bad, some was downright ugly. But rest assured we'll do our best to help you recover. So making his Match Wrestling debut, joining us this week, you may have heard him on the Taz show, it's Frankie Ward.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
So there's your first chance to use the catchphrase.
Yes, it is. I've been practicing it all week ever since Enzo and Cass's debut, which I love, by the way, which we'll get into that.
Damn sure will. And now then for the Match Wrestling captains. First, he once tried to count the wrinkles on an elephant's testicle. They say elephants never forget, and I'm sure he won't either. He is the demon of the Welsh Valleys, the Phoenix.
Can you stop telling people about secrets that I told you in confidence?
Well, I don't know why you've got a fixation on animal genitals.
The word for that is called bestiality.
It's called bestiality. Right, let's move on before we get Phoenix arrested. Next up, she's got an acid tongue, radioactive hair, and a leg attachment. She's the first lady of Offshoot, Roxxie Toxic.
Bada boom, realest girl in most rooms. How you doing?
Oh, the Enzo and Cass references are going to keep coming this week, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Hacking my gimmick.
And finally, some say he once found an invisibility cloak and sat in front of the wall to sabotage the Shockmaster's debut. All we know is he's the leg-humping, bread-hunting, best heel in the business, the Butcher.
Good afternoon or good evening or whatever time you call it. I'm back.
And now we know the answer to the mystery of what happened with the Shockmaster.
Oh, on the subject of Shockmasters, right? Mr. Ali down the road this morning was shocked. He didn't have village bread.
Oh, good God.
He didn't, man. He didn't. I walked into that place. I walked straight to my thing, and you should have seen the fear as soon as the door opened. you could see. You see. I felt the first trickle of sweat hit the floor. I walked to the right, can of Coke, packet of biscuits, sharp turn to the right, knelt down, third shelf from bottom, locked up, turned to the left, peeped me head over the shelving, shrug of the shoulders, walked round the corner. No village bread. Followed by pause. Raise the eyebrow, extension of the left arm, slap to the face. Don't do it again. Dropped the can of Coke, walked out, went to the co-op.
Nelson, you got any papers?
Not professional. Not professional. Doesn't realise the damage I can do to that man's visa.
Mr. Ali's unorganised now.
You know, told him, I said, carry on like this, man, and I'll be putting you in a poppadom.
Oh man, okay, shall we find out who's been following us this week?
Yes.
We did do it last week,
God.
but it was edited from the show by accident because it went quite a while long. Actually, I meant to put it in the pre-show, but I forgot. So yeah, we had about 30 followers last week, and we don't have quite that many this week, so it's not going to take too much longer than it usually does. So Roxy, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. Our first follower is WWE Countout. Second follower I have here on my list is Retweet for WWE. That's number 4, not the word 4. And lastly, I have LC92 WWE. Thanks for giving us a follow, and make sure you give them a follow too.
A lot of WWE fans this week.
Yeah, you don't say. Strange that.
I'm feeling.
Well, we probably got a
Feeling the
lot of
buzz.
attention from WrestleMania week.
That was a.
Butcher?
Well.
Story
A lot
of the three
of
holes in the
WWE
ground.
followers again. That's it. Well.
Well.
Well. We have followers again. Every week, new followers. WWE CJ95. Thank you. I will follow you later. But I've got a grief at the minute because no one's following me back. So I'll be hounding you and fisting you. I told you so. WWE fan Scott 1. And Lewis Mayer 90.
Who are all quickly tapping their phone screens to follow.
That's it, man. You don't want this fist creeping underneath your sheets at night, I'm telling you.
And we've
I
also...
think I sleep.
Well,
TMI. My bad.
well, I'm underneath your sheet. I'm underneath your TV anyway because I'm attached to your leg.
That's what I'm saying. It's a nightmare. I roll over in the middle of the night and bam, there's a fist on my buttocks. What the hell? Oh dear. It's all
I just
downhill.
hope he cleans them before he does all that butchering.
No, I don't.
Oh.
No,
Or after.
I don't have any.
Whichever.
I don't have any standards. Scott. I work in Morrison's.
Okay, we've also been followed by Kind of a Writer, who I'm assuming is kind of a writer. Rashad 1 Carson, Matt Welby 1, Wolfie Kun, Mr. Fantastic
what?
11, who's with us today. Kun, there's no T on the
That's
end.
me. There's no T.
Yes, Mr. Fantastic 11, who's with us today. Also, Roxy's Room.
Hey.
Oh god. Servanak RTW1TT3. That's one of them fucking, what they called, Capasha codes. Enter this to prove you're human.
Yeah,
It's like one of those lazy eye
I'm not
tests
human.
that I used to have.
I'm not human.
We've also been followed by Goddard's Girl. Goat Film Podcast, GOAT of course, greatest of all time. Hero Wrestling, Amazing Cindy 15, Beth _ Enclosed, Volkswagen, that's VOELTZ, and also by Wrestling News Co. and WWE News Daily. Thank you very much for following us. Hope you listen every week. And don't forget to check out our partner Sunday Segway at sundaysegwaypodcast.wix.com/sundaysegway and all Offshoot Radio at offshootradio.weebly.com. And for real articles from real fans, go to throughtheropes.wix.com/wrestling. And of course, vocnation.com and swervetalk.wix.com/network. We'd also like to take this opportunity to remind you of our partnership with Custom Wrestling Figures. Follow WrestleFigures on Twitter and quote Max Wrestling when you place your order. And make sure you check out the return of Roxy's Room tomorrow night, 9 PM UK time, 4 PM Eastern. And follow Roxy's Room on Twitter for more information.
Damn right.
Or you just send questions in now because it's on the show. Not that we're live, so that won't actually work anyway. But anyway, we're going to get a quick word from our sponsors at VOC Nation, and we will be back to talk WrestleMania, Raw, TNA, and more, plus our unique trivia and our signature podcast promo. So stick around, because we'll make sure you ain't booty.
The Sunday Segway Wrestling Podcast. Every Sunday, we will do 100% news, 100% banter. We give you no less than 100% every week. Interviewing the best and up-and-coming wrestling talent there is in the world.
Hi, this is Ring of Honor superstar Adam Cole.
Hey guys, this is Justin Rosero from the Place to Be podcast.
This is the People's Princess, Nadia Sapphire.
Hi, this is Rob Shammerger. This is Shiloh Jones.
Hi wrestling fans, this is the Alpha Female.
Hey guys, this is Jay Tuck, formerly known as WWE Tyler Rex. Hello, pro wrestling fans. This is pro wrestler The Brian Kendrick, and you're listening to the Sunday Segway. The Sunday Segway.
Sunday Segway.
Sunday Segway.
Sunday Segway Wrestling Podcast.
Sunday Segway Wrestling.
The Sunday Segway Wrestling Podcast.
This is Jake the Snake Roberts telling you if you don't know it, you're listening to the Sunday Segway Wrestling Podcast. Keep doing it, or else. Trust me.
And we're back. Okay, so obviously we're a week removed from WrestleMania now. It feels like longer. Because to be fair, the show was fucking long, 7 hours. I don't know if I didn't enjoy the main event or if I was just that knackered by the end of it. Like 5:30 in the morning, I cannot be fucking arsed. Although saying that, I'd watched 7 hours of NXT. But 7 hours of main roster is a
but
bit
NXT is
draining.
entertaining.
Yeah, it's a bit draining to watch 7 hours of the main roster, even if you have got guys like fucking AJ Styles and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, but they were on quite early as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
That-
why
which
it's
doesn't
draining, don't you? And I'm going to try
Because
and be
Vince.
as nice and polite as possible. It's draining because you can already fucking basically, you're within 70% of a chance of predicting the outcome.
Exactly. Although we didn't
You know?
do too well on the predictions this month.
No, we didn't. We didn't. That was they were swerves. They were
Yeah, there was
they
a
were
lot of
listening to our
curveballs.
podcast and they thought, right, fuck this.
Yeah, well,
I mean-
I think what could have happened is that you booked it logically,
Yeah,
and
that's
WWE
yeah.
booked illogically, which seems to be the case sometimes.
Kevin, they want Sami Zayn. Let's give him Zack Ryder.
Damn it!
Oh.
Just for him to drop it the next night.
I mean, what was the point in that?
I just no.
Maybe Mania.
I was like, congratulations, Vince, you totally redeemed yourself. Honestly,
I
I
thought
don't
maybe
see
the-
the sense in it. I don't see the sense.
Well,
in it.
you know, my theory on that is the reason why they did it was Vince probably found out 2 days prior to WrestleMania that Zack Ryder has a picture with Scott Hall with the IC championship, and he was like, "Oh, we'll give him a story." You know, it was like, damn it, put it on Zack. And so they went out there, gave it to Zack Ryder, and then just took it off him the next night, which is sad for him. But Zack Ryder with me, I think it's 4 to 5 years too late anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I might
That's
be
exactly what
controversial
I
to say that. I don't know if people agree or disagree, but it is too late.
Yeah, I think that's why I
Yeah.
wasn't
I'm
as
just-
excited about it.
I'm of the opinion with Ryder, and I don't want to sound. Actually, I don't give a fuck how I sound. I'm not a Ryder fan. I'm not. I can't take the guy seriously at all. This woo thing it's long gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's as old as the Attitude Era for me now. You know what I mean? He had this
Well, yeah,
United
but-
States Championship, which was around that Long Island iced tea, his stupid internet title thing, and it's been and gone. I mean, it's obvious to me that thing with Mojo Rawley has basically near enough been released. That's all been done and dusted. The Hype Bros. And from what I can gather, is Zack Ryder's contract is actually up in July.
I did not know that.
But
just to piggyback off what you said, I can't respect somebody who walks out to the ring wearing one leg he's got the long pants going on,
Yeah,
and the other side what the hell was that? In all my years of watching wrestling, I just cringed.
To me, right? I mean, his look has never changed, other than the fact now he's got a bit of facial hair.
You got people,
I don't want to sound arsey towards the guy, because I said it to Roxy. He's been patient, he's paid his dues, and he's been respectful to the fact that he hasn't spat his dummy out. He's done as he's told, but in a way, I can't respect that type of person, because he's made himself look like a yes person. He's never fought for anything. You know what I mean? He's been quite happy to be the jobber on Superstars and main events. and all of a sudden he takes the opportunity at WrestleMania. I mean, that's not his fault because he's been given it. It's the Roman Reigns effect. You know, you're chosen. But
I think it's a problem within WWE. You know, you could talk about people similar to Ryder like Dolph Ziggler. He looks, to me, he seems like he's happy to just play that role that he's in. And he's not going to try and break through that glass ceiling. It is baffling to me. You know, I've been saying it for a while that I think Ziggler needs to take some time off.
You know, you go back and you look, and when you see Zack Ryder, 10 appearances on Monday Night Raw in 12 months, and then you see him at WrestleMania, and then you go and look at that Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and you see people like, all right, you could argue he's not paid his dues, Tyler Breeze, and other key people, and you're just like, am I missing a trip here? Or is a guy that has basically been, he's not even getting on TV anymore. He's supposed to be a tag partner with a guy from NXT, and he's kind of worming his way in on. What have I missed?
It's that picture. That's all. Like, that's the only logical reason I can give to it. That Vince saw the picture because you saw yourself. They showed it on Raw.
Oh yeah. So
it's just a nice little story that they could put a bow on and end it, and that's it. That's what it is to Vince.
It's like a fairy tale. It's like a fairy tale, isn't it? The boy that had a dream.
Yeah, he's come full circle.
You know.
It's just too little, too late. I mean, I'm a Ryder fan. Like, I don't hide that from anybody. I get ridiculed for it, sure, but we all like different wrestlers, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, it was kind of like. I don't know why, but like you said, because it was too late. If it was, for example, right now, if it was Dolph Ziggler, I think I probably would have kicked off a lot more if it was him. But I've always been a supporter of guys that can wrestle but don't get the break. And because it's too little, too late for Ryder. Don't get me wrong, I was shocked and a little bit angry to start off with that it wasn't Sami Zayn because so many people were expecting it, but I was happy for Ryder, and I thought, well, fair play to the boy, good on him. And then when they took it away the next night, I was just like, and gave it to the Miz of all people. I was just like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, but we said this, didn't we? You know, we said this. Ryder still could have had his moments at Mania, you know.
Yeah.
But it was the match it disrupted. It didn't need to disrupt that Owens, Zayn feud. That feud can go on for the next for the next few months. In all honesty,
it probably will do,
because look at the distance it went on through ROH. But they used. Come on, man. Ryback, Kalisto. I mean, in the matter of speaking, it was pointless to book it. But you could have stretched that match and made it look a little bit better by making that the ladder match.
Yeah. We said that.
Kalisto, it would have been ideal for Kalisto. He got his freaking OMG moments off of utilising a ladder. So why wouldn't you play that to his advantage?
I just have a point. I don't mean to go back to it too much, but the Ryder thing. When you mentioned his WrestleMania moment, that elbow off the top of the ladder, that was a WrestleMania moment.
Spectacular.
That was great.
Yeah, it was.
And to be honest, the way I look at it, it still would have been great if, let's say, Zack Ryder climbed the ladder. He had his hand on the belt, and Miz came out of nowhere and shoved him off and took it. That's heat for the Miz. That's still, you give Zack Ryder a WrestleMania moment. Yeah. He's had a match. Yeah. It's paying him back for all that he's done. But just don't put the title on him for one night.
You see, the thing is with Ryder, is you get the opinion that guy, you could see that, yes, it was a storyline, but that meant so much to him. If you'd have told that guy to go to the top of Hell in a Cell and jump through a table, he'd have done it. He'd have done it. The majority of them would have hesitated. I think he would have done it. There's no doubt in the guy's ability. I mean, him and Kurt Hawkins together with Edge were fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just a case that, like we've said, it's just too late.
I just don't like the gimmick.
Your
I don't
stale.
like the woo-woo.
It's gone stale.
I don't like it.
There's just there's been no change in kind of evolving it and getting rid of that silly. I don't know, man. I understand it is, and he loves it, but you know, there comes a time where you've got to, if something gets that stale,
Yeah,
I mean,
but try and tell that to John Cena. It's worked out well for him.
You know,
but that's the thing. Is like I think the problem with Zack Ryder is Zack Ryder's gimmick went along with when Jersey Shore was relevant, and now it's not. It's stale.
Yeah.
And,
Oh hey, fucking
know.
Robbie E came along before Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You know,
There wasn't much time between it, but he did come first.
But the thing is with John Cena, though, John Cena is looked after.
Oh, he
No,
is.
I'm probably going to go against myself
John
here
Cena
as
is
well,
looked
but
after.
I was actually happy to see Cena, and I never thought I
So
would
was
be.
I.
I was too. I chanted John Cena sucks with the crowd, but I still was happy to see him.
I've spent about 10 years hating him, but I was happy to see him.
Yeah.
I was just I mean, I was disappointed with the segment.
Yeah,
So was I.
I have a theory on that, which
if it was some jobbers, fair enough, but at the Wyatt expense, no.
I wasn't disappointed with. I was disappointed with the way the Rock was handled. This big announcement. He's going to come out and announce that WrestleMania again has broken the record. Whoa! As if we couldn't predict that.
But he turns up just to make that announcement, and he's got fucking wrestling gear on underneath.
Yeah, and then he just
fucking
and then
clairvoyant, Rock, or what?
You know, I didn't see the point in that. I didn't get it.
The problem I had with that was him beating Rowan in 6 seconds. Didn't need to happen. For me, it could have worked a lot better if they could still do the whole talking segment. Okay, he ran down Bray a little bit too much, but he did big him up at the same time, so I can't be too mad about it. But you could have had the Wyatts beat down The Rock and John Cena make the save. For me, that works a lot better.
Yeah, you can't have The Rock be beat down though because he's The Rock. There'll always be one guy bigger than Cena, and he's him.
He is, but you're talking about 3 people that are huge. Like it's believable.
Yeah.
Because I watched WrestleMania with a guy who's a casual fan. Okay, and this shows me how casual fans look at Bray Wyatt. He didn't come out of that segment thinking, "Oh, Bray Wyatt's cool." You know, The Rock said some good things about him. I'm interested. No. He came out just talking about John Cena and The Rock. And forgot about Bray Wyatt as if he was, you know, just a jobber.
It's the face thing, isn't it? It's the face thing. I mean, it is, yeah.
For some reason, Vince can't have heels looking strong.
That's I don't get it, because you have to have the heels look strong in order to, you know, to have that payoff with the baby faces. So it's a problem, and that's why we cheer for heels, I think.
There was areas in that segment where I don't know. I was looking at it and I was seeing the way Cena was standing. And I was thinking, turn.
I was waiting for it.
Do it, just do it. And this will lead up to next Mania, and I will not give a monkeys because Cena will be going into the next Mania as a heel.
He would have got a good reaction
and
from the crowd.
That's the way I looked at it, right? That's the way I looked at it,
here.
and I just thought, you dropped the ball.
That
That could have been
like
the
impossible
WrestleMania
happened.
moment. That could have been something which they failed to do this year, which they've done in past few years, is build over a 12-month period, and you know it's coming for next year's WrestleMania. And they failed that this year, and they could have.
I just have a question about what you just said. Like, if that happened, wouldn't John Cena, he'd get cheered by the crowd? So how did they get around that? If he did turn heel.
Well, I think I don't know. You see, I don't know. I don't know. This is the thing I always say. I don't believe in heels and faces anymore. They don't exist in modern day wrestling. You know, you like who you like, and the majority of people prefer to like that bad guy that'll stand there and shout, you know, taunt everyone and shout shit. Yeah. You know, your Kevin Owens, your CM Punks. You know,
I think personally, like with regards to heel face dynamics, similar to like what Butcher just said, is the fact that I think the way that the WWE is at the moment, any reaction for a superstar is a good reaction, whether it be good or negative, because it shows that they're getting over in some way.
I don't like that.
The thing is, I think sometimes these companies, they insult the intelligence of the modern day of the wrestling fan. They try and chuck it down your throat, and you haven't got a choice in it. And when it backfires, you see it's backfired with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns can stand in that ring all he wants and say that, you know, I hear you, you know, all the people boo me, and, you know, and I don't really care, you know, because I do this because I love it. No, man, it does bother you. Let's be honest.
Yep.
It does bother you, because for the last 18 months, man, you've been trying to be the guy that takes John Cena's throne, and you know you can't do it, so it does bother you. You know?
I think
and
a
that's the
big
thing.
problem. I think a big problem with that is the fact that the commentators ignore the fact that the crowd
Yeah.
are booing Roman Reigns for the last 6-7 months or a
Yeah.
year, or you could say
Yeah,
however long you want. And I've said-
110%.
and I've said this, and that's, you know, to me it reminds me of if you're trying to talk to somebody, but there's like a glass panel in front of you and the person you're trying to talk to, and if they can't hear, you're going to scream more. So when the commentators are at the table and they're like, "Oh, Roman Reigns, you know, he's gearing up, he's doing a Superman punch," the crowd are loving it. No, they're not. And don't come out on Raw and try and save face and say at the beginning, "Oh, it's a wacky crowd. You know, they're gonna boo who they normally cheer." Sorry, JBL. No, they're not booing who they normally cheer because they don't normally cheer.
I was just
I'm
gonna
a
say I
firm
love
believer.
that.
I'm a firm believer in we need to go back to 2 commentators. I
Yeah.
don't like this 3 at a
Please.
table, because
Yeah.
it contradicts, and it separates what the commentary is about. I mean, you look back to like the Attitude Era, Heyman against JR. That was spectacular commentating.
Yeah.
You know, they might have detested each other in a certain amount of respect, but them guys bounced off each other. JR the King bounced off each other. You know.
The third person definitely just he messes up the dynamic for me. It's just
I want to
it's
see.
not necessary.
I want to see Corey Graves side by side with Saxton, because I do like Saxton. I think he's got something, and I think Saxton could come off as the heel.
Saxton's
You know, the
made to say
cockiness.
all this
He's got
cheesy
that.
shit,
He's got
though,
that
isn't he, now?
Jonathan Coachman thing about him.
Yeah.
He looks smug.
Yeah.
You know.
He does, and I think he could be hated. I think he should just do the Michael Cole. Like, he should
Yeah.
play the Michael Cole role. You know, do what he does, but he's gonna be hated for it. I already
Yeah.
see it. People don't like him.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. Is it
You
because
know?
he's the third wheel, or
I think the problem
I
with
don't
Saxton is he was pretty much straight play-by-play in NXT, but on Raw they spoon-feed him bullshit to say, and he's got to make all these stupid
Well,
little faces.
he is what he is. You know what we just said then. He is the new Michael Cole. Remember when Michael Cole first came into it? He was the biggest ass kisser in the business.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You know.
Little boy band
And
next to his
He's
street.
his number one fan.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
JBL
Let's
is
move.
pissing me off lately, though. I never thought anyone would annoy me more than Michael Cole, but JBL's
Oh.
starting to do it.
Michael.
well, I read that they're trying to get Jonathan Coachman back. You know, I had read that, but it doesn't seem likely. The fact that Jonathan Coachman is now on the one of the highest.
Yeah, I don't think he'd leave ESPN for Raw.
No chance.
No.
I like your Corey Graves show. I like him a lot.
Corey Graves
Graves
is
is
fantastic.
talented.
I like him a lot, but I
Graves
think
is
as a
talented.
heel, I like him as a heel commentator.
Yeah.
I think very
Yeah.
good.
But I like Corey Graves in NXT when he's sort of neutral and he knows what he's talking about when all these indie guys come in, like Nakamura.
You see,
That's true too. But how about more Ronaldo and Corey Graves? That for me,
Yeah.
that's my dream Raw commentator team for right
you
now.
see, I like Renee Young.
Yeah,
I
I
always
think
like
he's
that one.
good.
Renee
very good.
Young was awesome on NXT.
Yeah.
She was awesome, you know, and I think maybe it's the sexist thing. Women should be either be sat down and, you know, or be backstage. I think that is there to a degree.
That's the Vince
You
effect.
know,
Yeah, I understand that. I mean-
they're not going to have Renee Young calling a freaking match, are they? A Mania.
I mean, looking from a guy's point of view, how awesome would it be to have a woman on commentary?
I think
You'd
it'd be
definitely get people
I think so,
listening,
too.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
it'd be
why
cracking.
can't you have women calling women's matches?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, why can't you have someone like Renee Young side by side with Lita?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do. They
Exactly,
do
I
with
know.
sports.
Why
Like
can't
with-
you
with
have
women's
that?
soccer and stuff? They do it. So
Exactly. Why can't you have that? You know,
Yeah.
Right.
what gives a? I mean, how many times have you sat there over the last few years and watched someone like JBL or the King? Not being funny, and I'm not being. How can I put it? Every guy in this world likes a bit of a perv, yeah. But when it comes to a point where Jerry Lawler is basically, and you know he's doing it,
He's too old for that shit now.
you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of
creepy.
sickening to a thought. You know what I mean? And JBL hasn't got a clue when it comes to women's wrestling.
Oh,
That
no,
guy,
yeah.
I get the opinion when he talks. He would rather see women's wrestling put way in the background, you know. And I think that's when it needs to stop. they've given us now the women's title type of thing, and it's time to evolve in that with that women's division and bring in women commentators.
Do you know what's really confusing with that title? It's a whole new title history. It doesn't continue for the old women's championship.
I'd like to see a complete women's show, to be honest with you, if I'm honest.
I've heard that idea thrown around. That's not a bad idea.
I really would.
I would love to see a women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I would love to see that.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I would love to see it. You know, Sasha Banks walking around with the briefcase. Will you stop?
It'd be awesome, and it would add another dimension to a storyline. Like, you know, it'd be pretty cool. You can run with, you know, the briefcase storyline and stuff like that. And then the thing is, if you're gonna try and get people to watch this Total Divas, then, you know, you need to start adding more dynamics of in-ring work that's filtering through to a reality TV show instead of having the reality TV show dictate what we're seeing. I
believe Total Divas will finish.
They could have Paige nude playing with whipped cream, and I still wouldn't watch Total Divas.
I do believe Total Divas will finish.
Total Divas, I think, will stay a show, but I just hope that they don't promote it as much.
You know,
I hope they don't promote it as much, because the first time you hear on Raw, I'm back. Sorry for my singing out. I'm on top of the world. You know, I know. Trust me, I hate it too. But the first time you hear that kills the credibility for me.
They use it to advertise Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha. They've never even been on fucking Total Divas.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I want them to stop playing that song.
Yeah, any women's match that's on TV is always introduced by that theme tune. Fuck off.
Yeah. And my question is, what happens to people like with this whole women's revolution, which is what I'm calling it now? What happens to the people like Summer Rae, Eva Marie, Cameron?
That breaking ground has broke the record, doesn't it? Which was set by Total Divas as the most watched. You know, and I think when you look at that, you got to think, you know, the Total Divas, regardless what anyone says. I mean, come on, I've watched it, and I've watched the first and I've watched the second series, but I haven't watched anything else because to me it kind of got predictable, and you know what it was always going to be about. I draw the line at I watch a show which is scripted. But I certainly ain't going to watch a reality TV show that is scripted.
Yes, you know? Yes, very true.
No, I'm done with that shit, man. I watch Breaking Ground, and it's about a real-life thing of guys breaking their balls to make it to the top. That is the #1 show, and I want to see a second season of The Legends House. That's what I want.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what I want.
When they plan on the second series, I'm sure they'd lined up Ric Flair for it.
I read that they'd approached a few people, Ricky the Dragon...
if Ric Flair's on it, I'm not fucking watching it. I see too much of that guy on my TV as it is. Like, seriously.
Apparently Hogan was supposed to be involved in it, but that's not going to happen now, is it?
Well, I don't know. It seems to be getting back on good terms.
Did anybody see the guy in the front row on Raw with the dressed like Hogan? How did he get in?
No.
I did see that.
He was probably that guy from that episode of Raw. The Rock probably got him tickets.
Yeah, could have happened, but see, since it's actually funny, it's a good coincidence. But since Hogan won that trial, he's actually been mentioned once or twice on WWE TV.
So I was half expecting him to turn up at Mania.
I wasn't.
I don't know about that.
I'd have gone mad.
I think that ship has well and truly sailed off into the night.
Brother.
Never to be seen again, brother.
On the subject of the Legends, I was jumping up and down like a schoolboy when Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley walked out.
I cried.
You didn't.
I don't care.
I
really did.
I love Stone Cold.
HBK, I want to be HBK.
I love Stone Cold too. I do love Stone Cold.
Who doesn't want to be HBK?
You know, and there was a part of me that felt, quite, happy. But I don't know. I just, you know my opinion, and I've said it, and I've been ridiculed, and I've been called a moody bastard. But they just Mania needed something for me, man, and it just didn't deliver me.
No,
and there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with me as a fan wanting, to be wowed. But bringing Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold back for a little comedy segment ain't gonna wow me.
I think I was.
If anything, it just shows desperation on something that they couldn't.
Mm.
they couldn't do. You know?
I think I was even more surprised that Michaels was in wrestling gear.
Oh, he was in great
Yeah.
shape. He walked out there like, I'm taking my shirt off. I don't even care.
Michaels
If
could
I'm in
do it
this,
tomorrow.
He looked like he looked like he was fresh off his
Michaels
match
could
with
do
Ric
it
Flair.
tomorrow.
Like
Oh, and Foley dropped
Fact.
50 pounds.
he did. He was
Fair
looking
play to
well.
him.
Foley looked in good nick,
Yeah.
man. Foley looks in good shape.
Yeah.
You know?
That's that DDP yoga.
Yeah, I think
Stone Cold was showing a bit of a belly, but you know,
He was.
hey,
He was.
the guy's done his job.
Well, he's
He's
a
paid his
podcaster.
dues.
What can you
He
say?
suffered a broken neck, you know.
I would
And
have
he's got a fantastic beer.
marked out if he came out in ring gear. If Austin came out in good shape in ring gear, that would have took it over the top for me. I just would have marked out, but it didn't matter if he didn't do it because I just disagree. I liked the segment.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Do you know
And
what?
I don't
though?
think it hurt.
The only bit that I got excited about, the only bit of it, I did get a teeny beeny bit excited, was when there was 4 of them in the ring and they were going. You could see the 3-on-3 thing, and then all of a sudden you could see Rusev going, "No, yeah, we're 4-on-3, 4-on-3." I was thinking, who's coming out? Who?
Yeah, me too.
Who's coming? And it wasn't, and it didn't go that way, and it was poor old Barrett that got his ass kicked again.
He's out the door though, isn't
Oh.
Yeah, and
He's gone, and he.
props to
He's
Rusev
actually-
for
Saw
that
him on
stunner
Raw.
cell.
Get the boot.
That stunner cell from Rusev
That was a cracking
decent
sell.
as well.
Cracking sell.
It
He
was.
did sell it.
He was loving it.
Yeah, he did
I
sell it.
bet you he was loving it.
So okay, moving on to Raw. We mentioned John Cena. He wasn't on Raw. I mean, obviously he's probably not cleared.
Well, I mean,
No.
didn't JBL actually say, John Cena, no, he's not fit. He's not fit. I'm sure he said that about 3 times.
Oh, and Mike.
You
could've.
know what I mean? I mean, all right,
I
leave the
found
guy
it
alone,
strange.
for God's sake.
Yeah, I found it strange that The Rock, like after what happened, he said to Cena, "Welcome back," as if he was back for good.
Yeah.
Then he didn't show up
You know
on
what I
Raw,
mean?
but he looked a little skinnier at WrestleMania. I don't know if that was just me. He didn't look as skinny for John Cena
No.
now. You know, that's not.
I
not
still think
really-
he's probably a good. I mean, if you think about it, Cena's done it over the last 12 months. He's not played the big part. I mean, he's done the US title, but he's limited himself to in-ring time to a degree.
It has to be killing
And I
him.
think-
It has to be
and I
killing him to
think-
be missing out.
Over the next 4 weeks, you could see John Cena appear, but he's still got to build his physical presence back up, hasn't he? You know.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a case of, you've just got to bear with it. I mean, I probably go as far as saying that the decision was made by John Cena to come back, not by Vince. We know Cena, man. Cena don't like to
Oh,
sit
he does.
sit on the sidelines.
And he has a lot of pull. But I gained a lot of respect for Cena when he did the whole US title run. I really did. I loved it. I thought he did a lot for that belt. I think since then WWE have ruined it, which is a shame. But
Well, they've
what
done the
to
same
do?
with the IC title now, haven't they?
They have.
They're kind of back to square one.
I think The Miz can do a good job if he's booked well, because he's a great talker. The Miz. It's just they have to book it well and give him credible opponents. Like I can see The Miz and Apollo Crews.
It's yeah. The thing I struggle with Apollo Crews. I struggle with Apollo Crews. I like the guy, and the guy has got so much ability. But again, the problem I have with him is the same problem I have with Roman Reigns. He can't talk for shit on a mic.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the
You
problem.
know, and I mean, I'm not being funny. I'm not being, one of these people that says, oh yeah, you can't, discriminate against them just because they can't talk on the mic. It's about what they do. I'm not being funny. If it was about wrestling, then he'd win hands down.
Yeah.
He'd be on ROH. If the show Raw was about wrestling, then yeah, but it's not. It's entertainment.
Well, see, with Roman Reigns, I think I liked what I saw from him on Raw and SmackDown. I think that's progress. I think, like on SmackDown, I know we're not talking about that yet, but he did that little, the tap on AJ Styles' shoulder, like that cocky tap, like yeah, kid, like you know what I mean? Like that's who Roman Reigns is to me. He's that arrogant.
Yeah,
cocky
that's exactly what I said. I've been saying on here for weeks. You
I'd
need
be
that
happy.
Roman Reigns arrogance.
Yeah, I'd be happy if he just played it like he's playing it now, and almost acted like he didn't know he was cocky and arrogant, and you know what I mean. If he just kept doing that, because
Yeah.
I think if he plays it this way, he could be a lot better on the mic. I'm not saying he's going to be anything like his cousin, but I just it's a better natural fit for him, in my opinion.
He doesn't really need to say a lot, does he? That's the thing.
No,
You know, and
that's the
I think
mistake they
that's
made in the
thing
first
that,
place.
You know, well, they buried him. That's what the WWE did. They buried him. They gave him a mic on something and a mic and told him to say thing, and he wasn't convincing.
Suffering succotash, Jack and the Beanstalk sport.
And that's
hard
exactly
to
what
get over.
happened.
It is.
They buried their own pet project, and that's exactly what they did.
Do you know what? I know I should be excited about AJ being number one contender, but I can't. Because I know he's going to job to Roman.
No. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I firmly believe, and we will say that there's something with Styles. There has to be something with Styles. There has to be. I mean, the whole point of it is they've done this build with Roman over 18 months, and he's finally at that point. He's come out with a rivalry with Triple H, yeah, and now they have to find another project to build on. The fact that Styles has got to be on a fucking shitload of money, you know, he's got to be on a good amount of money. You know,
the thing with AJ Styles is, with me, I don't think he's coming out of that match champion. And on top of that, I think this is the beginning in a run for Roman Reigns of beating all the internet fans' favorites. I think he's going to beat AJ. I think he'll beat Cesaro. I think you just give any fan favorite in there. I think that's the run that he's going on, and he's going to
until Rollins comes back.
Yeah, until Rollins comes back at SummerSlam. That's what's good. In my opinion, that's where it's going. And I'm okay with it if Reigns keeps up the whole, I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy, I'm just the guy, and just is that arrogant prick.
That line was a big fuck you to the fans.
It was,
exactly
and I
what
popped.
it was.
And I shouldn't pop, but that's the way the WWE.
Yeah.
They don't know how to make, and they make you cheer.
There was that bit in Raw when he's standing in that ring, says that, and then all them guys walk out, and he stands in the corner, and he's basically pointing at people and laughing. That is the arrogant side that I wanted weeks and weeks and months ago.
Yeah.
And that's what I always said. I don't want the smiley face freaking, you know what I mean? I'll do anything for you guys. I love you. Yeah, fuck you, man. Honestly. I've been living that shit for 10 years with John Cena, you know? I don't need that crap again. You know, but if he can do what he's doing with this, I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, yeah. An arrogant, ignorant champion? Yes. Yep. Come on, let's have it. You know, you don't need Triple H that has got all this power. It just doesn't need it. Let's see someone run with it. If he can do it, this arrogant side. I mean, I'm of the opinion, get ready of your attire and put a suit on and call yourself the man.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm for that. I'm all for that.
You do it, man. I mean, I'm not being funny. You can, if you can carry that sort of presence and that ignorance, then you know what I mean. Make yourself the man. You've got complete power over everything you do.
Yeah, he's probably over the moon right now, Roman Reigns. Yeah. I can see it. The WWE have given him, pardon the pun, the reins right now, and he's. I feel like, looking at him now, from what I've seen on SmackDown too, I think he's happy that he doesn't have to smile. I think that's what he wants to do. He wants to give back all the shit that the fans have given him. I bet it's built up.
He will not get a better opportunity than to evolve and have complete control over this character than now.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Stone Cold Steve Austin did it. The Rock did it. Many people have done this. Struggled to start with as that face. Rocky Maivia did it. He was shit as a face when he first came in.
Reigns has suffered a lot longer.
Yeah, until he created that persona. Of the great one. And he carried that arrogance. And I wouldn't be surprised if The Rock has had a word in Roman Reigns' ear and said, this is where you got to go. Mm-hmm. They hate you already, but now you've got to make them despise you. Now they've got to have a reason to hate you. Make yourself arrogant. They hate arrogant people. Talk about yourself 24/7. People hate that. You know, That's your heel built. So, you know. And you might even see me start to love Roman Reigns. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even look at the guy. He is not your typical, get sympathy from the crowd face. He's carved out of granite. He's 6'7", whatever tall he is. He's good looking. The girls love him. You will not get people to feel sorry for him. It's just not going to work.
No.
But you can get people to hate him for sure.
Of course you can. I think it's going to be a successful one. I do.
Well, moving on to the women's segment. First of all, I don't want to slate Charlotte because I do like the girl, but that crowd ruined her. She could not handle that crowd at all, and because of that, the whole segment was a disaster.
Do you know what? I laughed at it.
It was bad
because it proved that she lacks in one area. And it's emotion.
Oh, yeah.
It's emotion. I mean, I'm not gonna slate it because emotion is a powerful thing, and who's to say that girl can't show emotion when she's just won the biggest match of her career, on the biggest stage of them all, and she started crying at Mania, and you've seen it, but you're the heel now, and you've just been given the new championship. And she completely fucking dropped it. She dropped it. She ruined the whole segment. But I'm of the opinion that knob, her dad, needs to step away because I firmly believe he is ruining her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not got her own persona anymore. Do you know what I mean? Every step she takes is in his shadow, and I don't care what anyone says. He's not in hers. She's in his.
Yeah, the thing about that segment was, I think backstage they probably thought after the reaction at WrestleMania and with the crowd being, the hardcore fans, I thought that they maybe saw it as that the fans are going to be more respectful, and they're just going to cheer and chant women's wrestling. But when they went out there and the fans chanted for Bayley, I don't think it threw Charlotte off. She didn't know what to do.
Now,
by the end of it, she picked it up a little bit, but it was still, I agree, still a little bit.
Social media created that though.
The problem
Social
was,
media.
Raw after Mania, you expect big debuts, so that whole crowd was expecting Bayley to come out.
Yeah, it was.
But see, Bayley had posted something on Twitter, from her Instagram, of her going to a WWE office. So why do that and tease people?
She was backstage, wasn't she?
And
she
Michael
was backstage, yeah.
I don't know that for sure.
Michael Cole pissed me off. They chanted Bayley's name about twice, and he just went, "Bayley's not here."
Bayley's not here, right?
Fuck off, Cole.
Like, as if they're going to hear you say that, so why did you bother saying it in the first place, The
only people that can hear you are the people at home, and they're not chanting.
Yeah, but the problem I've got with that is, regardless whether the fans chanted, Bayley, 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 I'm not being funny. You see it over the years, when a person starts talking, you only the fans go, what? What?
You know what? Charlotte should have been the one to just turn around and go, Bayley's not here.
You should have the power.
She should have taken control.
Exactly.
I think she's too early on for herself, because and we all know that she's not long in this business, but she is from a great, she's got that great lineage in her. But that moment would have been perfect for her to do exactly what you just said and said, you know what, Bayley's not here, I'm here. And I'm your women's champion. Respect me.
And it would have been good to say, to basically to make herself, I am the queen of this division. You know what I mean? If Bayley is here, then bring your ass down here.
Yeah, and then say, I thought that, and go back to what you were doing. You're right.
And that's just the case. But you see, I'm also one of these people. I'm against this Bayley thing. I am. I'm totally against it, because I look at it and I think, if Bayley walks in, then all of a sudden Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch are relegated behind Bayley,
Yeah.
And I'm also of the opinion now that it's ideal for Bayley, because now all of a sudden Natalia's got herself into the thing. Now it's a battle of the daddies again, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Bret Hart's going to be in, Uncle Bret's going to be in the corner of Natalia, because they ain't going to bring Jim the Anvil in. Because Jim the Anvil's a mess.
Well, my problem is, didn't we just see that match not too long ago on SmackDown, Natalia and Charlotte?
It's pathetic.
And NXT.
It's pathetic.
You know?
I'm kind of, I like Natalia, and I still think Natalia is probably one of the most underused, one of the most, talented.
She's suffering the Zack Ryder effect.
She could be a legitimate women's champion.
Happening.
She could, if they let it happen, but I doubt they will.
It's just not happening. Natalia needs to get this old attitude she had back.
Yeah, I think Vince looks at her like she's not that. Natalia's in great shape, so don't get me. I'm not saying anything about the shape that she's in. She's in fantastic shape, but I think Vince maybe looks at her, and I could be wrong, but like she's a bigger girl. Like, you know what I mean? She's not that. I think Vince is still in that supermodel frame of mind.
I think,
I think Triple H is orchestrating the women's revolution.
Didn't Evan call her a man?
Who, Natalia?
But that could be it. Maybe Vince doesn't think she's marketable.
She's got that physique, and but Beth Phoenix had that physique.
Yeah.
That's true.
And he wasn't scared to use Beth Phoenix to her ability.
I'm just trying to figure out why
Natalia
hasn't been women's champion or Divas champion.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I don't get it.
I personally think Natalia is more of a. I think Natalia works. I don't actually think we know what Natalia actually does. I think she's a wrestler, part-time wrestler, but I think her main job is probably booking and possibly coaching these women.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
because
at
you
the
hear
end
them
of the
talk
day,
about her so
Natalia's
highly.
probably the most. She's the most senior, isn't she now?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She's respected. But then again, how many title runs has she actually had?
One.
I could probably think one or two at least.
Yeah, I can only think of one.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's so weird to hear them talk so highly of her, and she
beat she beat Trish for that, didn't she?
Was it Trish?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe she did.
Sure, it was Trish. She came in with. I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think. Was it Trish?
She beat Michelle McCool.
That sounds about right.
It could have been Michelle McCool actually.
Yeah, because Natalia didn't come into
Divas
WWE
title
until 2008.
It's saying here that she won the Supergirls championship. The Supergirls. Yeah, the Supergirls. That sounds like something JBL would want to call the division. Supergirls division.
I need to have a look.
Michelle McCool or Layla.
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm hacking. I'm hacking.
Yeah, she's been a one-time Divas champion.
Do you know what? I hope this isn't one of the questions on title sequence.
And she beat Michelle McCool.
Yeah.
I think that's
didn't
right.
Come in till around 2008.
I think we can rule out Trish because she didn't hold the title again after 2006.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Blonde. But Wikipedia is very.
She's won the women's. She's won the women's title. I know she has. She's been in WWE longer than 2008. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but.
No, because she came in and then she started a little mini feud with Michelle McCool. She was in the versus Michelle McCool and to determine the inaugural Divas champion.
WWE Women's Champion.
Championship.
Come on, guys, get organised.
Signals dropped on this.
On Wikipedia right now.
We've been unorganised since 1991.
Oh God.
It begins.
Or was it 92?
94. Yeah, was it?
Now that I think about it, maybe it was 96.
She's only won the Divas Championship in WWE.
Was she?
Yeah, one time. Supergirls Championship in NWA and Stampede Women's Pacific Championship twice.
I still love that name.
You know what?
Supergirls Championship.
That's champion.
Okay, so before we leave this segment quickly, if looks could kill, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch should be getting escorted to the fucking cop shop right now.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of Sasha Banks. She's just
She
the
was
whole
giving
look, the whole
Charlotte some
boss thing.
evils.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. I think we've covered everything really. Well, except lastly, to say props to Shane O'Mac for showing you still got some fucking cojones.
Yeah.
Oof.
And props
That was rough.
to Roman
Must have watched it
Reigns
back
for
10 times.
becoming the WWE champion.
Oh man.
I wish I had a soundboard right now.
We've lost Roxy.
Oh, fucking hell.
She's gone.
We lost her to a champion.
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 Oh, that's it. No more. No more. I can't handle it.
Come on, get your shit together. We're unorganised.
Yeah. Has anyone else noticed the signals dropped?
No.
No.
Okay then, should we go to the first round of trivia? Well, we see the fuck said no.
Let's do this. Somebody screamed no, it sounded like.
The fuck?
It's me with my soundboard. I do apologise.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought-
Yeah, I brought it up, see?
I thought it was Daniel Bryan on my fucking sound. No, we're not doing trivia today.
Oh,
Fed up of saying yes and no every week.
Oh.
Vader's glaring now.
Okay.
He wants
No
to start his
trivia.
job.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into the Max Wrestling podcast.
Right then, trivia.
Trivia.
First of all, we need to find out who's going to be joining Frankie. So, who would you like as your partner?
I will take Roxy.
Okay.
Oh, that's brave.
Just shake Butcher off your leg.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
Okay.
This is my home. I got nowhere else to go.
I just wanted to see what would happen if I picked her. That's the
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck trying to get Butcher off your leg.
Yeah.
Will I be cutting a
Stuck
promo?
for life.
Or will I not? I don't know.
Let's find out if you win or lose. Okay then, first round is of course wrestling records. You don't have to give me your answer now after I give you the question. You've got the whole break to think of it. But this week the question is, who has the most victories at SummerSlam? So you can play along at home as well, and we'll see you right after this break.
This is Greg DeMarco, inviting you to listen to my show, The Greg DeMarco Show.
And this is Sue Young, the sexy DeMarquette. Listen, people, I like a lot of it, but there's only one wrestling show I love, and that's The Greg DeMarco Show.
I invite everyone to hear our hilarious cast of regulars, including the DeMarquette.
Like me.
The best guest list in the business and the most on-point wrestling analysis.
It's the Greg DeMarco Show with Greg DeMarco and Patrick O'Dowd.
The best wrestling radio program on the planet.
Every Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern.
Are you getting lost in the clouds? Is technology moving too fast for you? Find your way at netcarrier.com. Ride the end cloud and soar above your competition.
What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Ferrari in Las Vegas, and you're listening to the Swerve Talk Network featuring Max Wrestling, Sunday Sag, Offshoot Radio, and more at the Swerve Talk Network on Twitter for more information. Woohoo!
Okay, we're back. Okay, so the first one to shout out the answer in a second.
Taker.
Hold on.
Undertaker.
Can have that
Damn it.
answer. Otherwise,
Damn it.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to pick someone else. Okay, so first on the buzzer, who has the most wins at SummerSlam?
Undertaker.
Well, I think Roxy got there just first, then. Okay.
No, whoa, you fucking lag.
Oh, whoa. That was me.
Well, either way, it's
I
your
said it
team.
first.
Either way, it's your team. Okay, Roxy and Frankie get Undertaker. Phoenix and Butcher, who are you gonna say? I bet you were gonna say Taker as well.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
No,
Shocking.
We've been done. We've been done, Phoenix.
I did
You'll
say
hear
after
it
the
on the
question.
recordings. My voice.
Yeah, but that was before the question. Alright, who are you saying? Obviously you can't say Undertaker.
Well, we're not going to say anyone fucking else because it is Undertaker, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hornswoggle.
Vacant.
Vacant. You wanna go with vacant?
Oh yeah.
We might as well. Because it ain't
He's a
freaking Edge,
multiple
because Edge
time
has got
world
8.
champ.
I want Triple H.
You want Triple H? So does Stephanie.
I'm just saying what Butcher thinks.
It's pointless. There's 9, and then there's 2 people on 8. It was on WWE.com the other week. Give him the point.
You want to give them Phoenix,
Just
do you want
give
me to
them
say
a
Edge?
point.
Do you want me to just say Edge for just for
Might
the hell
as
of
well.
it? Alright then. Okay. Do an Undertaker first. Undertaker's had 16 matches and 10 victories.
9.
10 I've got.
I'm
One.
not going to go in again.
Well, the only number that matters is me and Roxy have 1 point.
Yes, because Edge only has 8
And the
victories.
smallest number becomes the biggest.
What about Triple H?
Triple H was third. He had 8 victories as well, but he had 13 matches overall.
Oh.
So yes, point goes to Frankie and Roxy. How's that for a debut?
Woo woo woo.
Okay, you get the first point, and you also get to decide which set of questions you'd like, 1 or 2.
Ladies first. I'll let Roxy decide.
Oh no, you can decide. It's cool.
Okay, I will go 2.
2. Okay, you got set 2. Okay, your first question, you got 1 minute to answer after I ask you the question. Who was the final WWE Women's Champion and in what year was it unified with the Divas Championship? It's worth 2 points.
Can we confer, or does he have to tag me in? I always get lost.
Confer as much as you want.
Right,
can we?
Cool.
Okay.
No hot tags until after this round.
Dang!
I have an idea.
Oh god.
Okay, Roxy's got my message.
Yeah, I think it could
Oh, you can confer out loud now.
Could it be her?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say Beth Phoenix.
Alright, do you want me to start the clock?
Yes.
Sorry, Vader. Sorry, Vader. Okay, Beth Phoenix.
Yep.
Greatest women's champion of all times.
Oh no!
Phoenix Butcher?
What?
Was it Michelle McCall in 2010?
No, you got the year right. It was 2010. It was Layla.
Oh.
I knew it was either one of
God damn. Shit.
Okay, no points on that
them.
one.
Michelle.
Question 2, also worth 2 points, so there's 2 possible answers. In what year was Mick Foley's last WrestleMania match, and who was his opponent?
It was. Oh, can we confer? Because I'm not sure on the year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
confer,
we can confer.
Okay.
confer out loud because
this
the other
is
team can't answer.
Oh, okay. I want to say, Roxy, that it's Edge in 08.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Edge, but I couldn't remember the year. I wasn't too
Edge.
sure.
I think it's WrestleMania 22 or 23, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and say Edge 08.
Yeah, I'm happy to remember that. Stop the clock.
Stop the clock. Vader's gonna kill me. Okay, you got 1 point.
Yes.
Yes.
It was Edge, but it was 2006.
Oh.
You only get 1 point for that one.
10 years ago. Wow.
Oh my god, now I feel old.
Yep.
Okay,
Both.
Phoenix and Butcher, you've got the other set of questions. Here they come. Phoenix is going to hate me for this one. How many times has Shinsuke Nakamura held the IWGP Intercontinental Championship? And for an extra point, what year was his first win?
I hate you.
What's that again?
How many times has Shinsuke Nakamura held the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, and what year was his first win?
Shit.
Do you know what? I should get that suspense theme playing during this.
Right, hang on. It's a new title, isn't it? Or newish.
I'd love to help, but I can't. That would be a conflict of interest. You got 5 seconds. 3, 2,
Five time. 2012.
Okay, you're saying 2012 and a 5-time champion. Thanks, Vader. Okay. Is that the right answer? Phoenix, by the way, you're happy with that?
Yeah.
Alright. Yes to both. 2 points.
Sweet.
5-time champion, and his first one was in 2012.
MVP was the first, wasn't he?
Yes, first ever IWGP IC champion. Oh, I forgot to mention as well in the...
Ah, well, he's not relevant.
Yeah, I meant to say actually in the topics that MVP's been fired by Lucha.
Oh, he's been fired again. He's been fired from every single promotion he's wrestled for, isn't he? Apart from New Japan, which he just left.
It's because he's straight up balling.
Crap is what he is.
Alright,
And he looks crap in latex.
Yep.
Question 2. Not as good as Seth Rollins, maybe. Alright then. At what event did Samoa Joe win his first and only TNA World Championship, and who did he defeat?
It was a lockdown. I'm sure.
You don't have to give me the year, just the event name.
Hang on.
I'm sure it was lockdown.
He beat.
I don't know who he beat though.
Let me think. Champion.
30 seconds to go.
Yes, so it was Kurt Angle, and yeah, it was at lockdown.
Stop the clock.
Stop the clock, okay. Hey, don't give me evils, Vader, you've said it once.
6 sides of steel, wasn't
he? Yeah.
And he bled like a bugger.
Fucking talking to an imaginary Vader. Okay. Kurt Angle at lockdown. Yes, 2 points.
Oh god.
Okay, that means you're leading 4-2.
Shit.
Took the lead
Gotta
pretty
pick
quick
this
in
up.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay, with the most points, you go first in title sequence, but first of all, we need to find out who's going to be the hot tag option for the captains.
Tag!
You gotta remember as well. You got to do with the title. It's not the title sequence anymore, is it?
It's the championship sequence.
Champion sequence.
I thought you were going to be using that as a soundbite now. Champion!
I haven't had time to make it a soundbite yet. Okay, so we know Roxy's going to be the hot tag for Frankie as he answers the following questions on his own. Unless he needs help, of course. Okay, Phoenix Butcher, let's find out which one of you is going to be the hot tag option when the theme plays. Because it's never on time. There we go.
Fist pump. Fist pump.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
What's the tag?
You are the hot tag option. Okay, so if you haven't heard the show before, the Butcher and Frankie now answer the following rounds on their own, but if they need help, they can shout. Shout what?
Tag!
And your partner can help you for that round. But you only get to use it twice. Okay, so Butcher, you're going first in title sequence, and we're going to let you choose which championship you want from now on. So, do you want...
thank you. Oh, this is blessed. I'm blessed. Championship.
Do you want the TNA Knockouts or the WWE Women's? We got a female theme going on this week.
Makes sense since the women's match at WrestleMania stole the show.
That is what I think.
I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna go with the TNA.
TNA Knockouts.
Yeah.
Okay. Your sequence is Madison Rain, Brooke Tessmacher, and Tara.
What a fucking mouthful that is. Brooke Tessmacher. Tessmacher. Sound like a scouser gone wrong. Tessmacher. Madison Rain, Tessmacher, and who?
Tara.
Velvet Sky.
Velvet Sky. Do you want me to stop the clock?
Yeah, it was in London.
Okay, start the clock. Was it Madison Rain, Brooke Tessmacher, Tara, Velvet Sky? Yes, it was. 1 point. Score is 5-2. That fucking turned around quick. Okay, Frankie, you ready? You get the Women's Championship. Again, if you need help during the minute, just shout tag and Roxy can come in and help you.
Okay.
But use it sparingly because you've only got the top tag to use twice, and we've got 4 rounds to go. Okay, your sequence is Melina, Candice Michelle, Beth Phoenix. Who's next?
Hot tag. I'm gonna take the tag.
Damn.
My dad's on the phone.
Okay, Roxy's in.
Mickey James.
Mickey James.
Yeah. I didn't even know what the results were. I don't know if any of mine coming.
Good. I was going to say Michelle McCool.
No,
or
it's
Layla.
just-
I was going to say one of them.
Right.
But I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. And we
Mickey
need
James.
a point.
She won it in London when they came over here in April 2008.
See, I knew I made the right decision tagging you in.
I'm good for title sequences.
I knew it. I'm so glad I didn't get the TNA one because I would not have known that.
I'm sat here rocking back and forth on my chair and I was like, please tag me in.
I felt that somehow. I felt that you wanted to tag.
Tag!
Okay, time is up. You're saying Mickey James.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how.
That is
I
correct.
did not get what's going on.
It's 5-3. Phoenix doesn't know how to mute his microphone.
Right, that's it.
Tell him to talk.
It's on
Chris.
YouTube.
Okay, Phoenix, can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Can you
hear
hear
you
me?
too. Yes.
I could hear you.
And your phone calls. Right then. The score is 5-3 to the captains. Next round is the pitch promo.
The piss promo.
The piss promo.
It's just Ric Flair cutting a promo.
Woo! Ooh. Okay.
If that was
Just explain the rules to me on this one. Just explain the rules to me on
Yeah,
this
let's get
one.
the rules clear on
'cause
this
remember
one.
last week there was a whole bunch of confusion.
There was a lot of confusion last week. Okay, you're going to hear a promo with the pitch turned up, and all you have to do is guess who it is. But you do not give me your answer until the promo is finished. First one to get it right gets the point. So obviously there's no hot tags in this one.
Do we have to shout tag after the promo's finished, or?
There's no hot tags in this round because you won't have time to use it.
Well,
So
if you have
So
to
we
shout
all
tag,
shout
before
out.
you give the answer.
This is literally just Butcher versus Frankie.
Right, okay then.
Oh,
So
okay.
Me and Phoenix are not in it. Right.
No.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, here is the pitch promo.
And nobody's ever been able to attain a modicum of success without you. Except for now. Until I showed up. I have become the most successful WWE champion of all time. Not of the modern era. No, that's another little buzzword that somebody backstage wants you to say. They probably want to put it on a t-shirt. That's the way you get noticed. You don't get noticed until you start to move a couple of t-shirts around here. If I competed in Bruno Sammartino's era, I'd have been champion for 20 years too. No, I'd have been champion for 30 years. Because wrestling one night a month in Madison Square Garden is easy.
Unfortunately, the rest of the trivia was lost in the recording. However, the Butcher and Phoenix continued to take the lead and won 9-4.
Entertainment with an attitude.
Fear is just one enemy.
This is the VOC Nation Radio Network.
Okay, it's the final part of the show, and we're not going to forget this week in wrestling history this week. So, Phoenix, what's been happening this week in wrestling history?
April 3rd, 2005, WrestleMania 21. Edge won the first Money in the Bank ladder match.
Jericho
Cashed in
invented
9
that.
months later to win the WWE Championship.
Jericho invented that.
He didn't win it though.
No, but he invented it.
He's never won a Money in the Bank match.
Jericho's invented 75% of the wrestling matches going, apparently. You know?
And he books himself in matches.
Jericho invented
Yeah, I don't know how he
1991.
gets away with that.
Jericho invented 1991. Or was it 92?
Maybe it was 96.
It could have been, yeah.
Time. Okay, I believe you.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice that.
I felt the Beetlejuice thing coming on, innit? I mean, my arms were going. I was like, what the fuck's going on with my arms?
Well, we're waiting, eh? Oh, fucking hell. Felix, what else has been happening in history?
April 6th, 2014. Brock Lesnar ended the streak.
Oh, dude.
You know what? You might as well
It's
have
not-
just
it's
done a
not-
death.
Had to bring that up.
There is actually a death, but I think we all know what it is. So.
Oh, yeah.
Cut him off now. We don't even need history anymore.
No, there's one last bit of history. April 7th, 2014, 2 years ago, Paige made a WWE debut and defeated AJ Lee for the Divas Championship.
See, you should have left that at the end to bring the mood back up, because now you're going to say someone died, and I know who it is.
Oh, no, I was going to do that one. I was going to do the streak last, but then I thought...
You know,
I don't
at least when we have the history at the beginning, we could burn this type of thing off. You know, you could kind of work through the podcast, get it out your system. Now I've got to go off completely depressed.
How about I put
Roxy's
one
still gotta cut a promo.
more on there?
Yeah,
Put
this
one
is
on-
true.
put one
Oh,
last
that
one on
could
there quick.
depress everybody.
April 5th, 2009, WrestleMania 25, The Undertaker defeated Shawn Michaels in one of the greatest matches of all time.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Who's going to die?
Bring the mood up?
Say what?
Did it bring the mood up?
No, I want
Yeah,
to know
she
who
brought
died.
the mood up. Oh, I know who died.
Good memory.
Have you got any more history after you tell us who's passed away?
Hang on, I've got to load the page back up.
Because I hope it's a happy one.
I'll scroll through the rest of it quickly and see if I can
I
find
need
it.
to tell you, just as before you say this, my Xbox is very vulnerable. And I do love my Xbox, so...
And I love you so.
I do.
Yeah, there is one more.
Okay, let's do the death then. Let's get it out the way.
Right.
Mentally prepare for this. Come on.
Hang on.
Are you treading on eggshells here? Because that's what he sounds like.
Now you're prolonging the agony.
It's suspense.
I don't want suspense.
I don't want suspense.
I don't want to
Freaking
hear
Murder,
it.
She Wrote. No freaking Agatha Christie shit going on here, son. This is Max Wrestling Podcast, the place to be, the home of champions.
April 8th, 2014, WWE Hall of Famer The Ultimate Warrior passed away at the age of 54.
You know what?
But that promo was amazing.
Yeah, it's also as if he was like saying goodbye type of thing as well. Wasn't
It was spooky as shit.
It was scary. It was scary. The more you go back and you watch it, it's weird. The old build up to it, the induction, the fact he hadn't been in the WWE ring for so many years, and it's scary. Like it's not right, and it's the fact that even after it, didn't they try and say that he was poisoned? You know, I've read shit,
I never heard anything about like that. I just heard that I just knew that he had a heart attack. And...
Scary, man.
Okay, then bring the mood up. What happened? What else happened in history?
April 6, 2014, Daniel Bryan beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista to win the WWE Championship.
Yes.
At WrestleMania
30.
At WrestleMania 30, yes, he did.
He beat 3 members of Evolution in one night.
Triple H's match was awesome.
Yeah.
I wasn't too fussed on the last one, if I was honest.
Oh, the main event?
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't too fussed. It was almost like it was the fairy tale ending, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what everyone wanted him to do, and
Yeah,
for
but
me,
around that point,
I've still never forgiven the way his career's finished.
Everyone had started losing faith in Daniel Bryan after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view before.
Oh, they fucked up the build-up so much. All the false
put
finishes with Randy Orton.
They kept it going for too long. That's the only thing.
That's because they don't know how to build long stories anymore.
Nope. They need to speak to us.
Yes. The champions.
Champions of booking and podcasting.
Alright, it's promo time. Roxy's up first against all 3 members of the 3-man band.
We're a 3-man band!
But before we get to that, don't forget our next special episode will be June 26th as the Max Wrestling Podcast presents Podcast Promo Takeover 5. We'll once again assemble a bag full of guests as we celebrate the Phoenix's birthday.
Woo! 26! I shall be 26.
On the 26th.
On the 6th.
Yeah.
And when were you, what year were you
666.
1990.
Was it 91?
No.
You were hoping I'd say 1996, wouldn't you?
No, I was kind of actually. I was doing me sums and I was thinking 1991. It's 91.
And as you can hear, the theme song we've chosen is Fire by Axel Rudy Pell, taken from his new album Game of Sins. That's Podcast Promo Takeover 5, Sunday, June 26th at 7 PM UK time, 2 PM Eastern on YouTube, Vimeo, VOC Nation, and the Swerve Talk Network.
My son still wants to do that. You know, he's not happy. He thinks you're dodging him, and he said he was going to come after you.
He wants to do what? The promo?
I said, Kean, you can't. I said, you're 7 years old. Yeah, but I can do the introduction. Because he said I can speak like an American. I said, we don't want fucking Americans. It's a British podcast, son. British. Well, I can do British as well. I said, go on then. I said, I've written it down for you. Now you can do it. Right, I will. So when I come upstairs, they could hear him rehearsing it behind the door.
Brilliant. Okay, Roxy, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I know the butcher's ready. Roxy, pick up the mic.
Well. 3MB. 3MB. What even does that mean? 3 megabytes? 3 moaning bitches? 3 mini ball sacks? 3MB should stand for 3-man botch, because that's all you guys do. You call yourself the 3-man band, but you're more like the 3-man bland. On a lighter note, it's nice to see that the chick from Wendy's has decided to pursue a musical career. You come out here every week with your silly outfits and your silly air guitar playing, pointless, useless sons of bitches. I can sing, I can dance, and I can make romance, which is more than you guys can ever do. Unless you consider chucking one out in a locker room romantic, hey Drew McIntyre? Each and every one of you will feel the wrath of the toxic one. I'm on a highway to hell. All you're on is a future endeavored list.
Stiff.
She never fails to impress me.
There was
That was a promo for a champion.
God, I love being on your leg.
Which leg, the left or the right?
It doesn't matter. I move between. She just
It
doesn't,
doesn't
she
matter
just
which
doesn't
leg.
see it. It doesn't matter which leg it is.
Little jabroni.
Oh. Maybe we should let Frankie go first because it's his first time and now he's got to follow that.
I'm sure he'll do an epic job.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Can I preface it by saying that I respect Mick Foley?
Yeah, this is just for fun. We do like Mick Foley.
But in this promo, I'm gonna rip him a new one.
Oh shit.
Can't wait.
He's already lost 50 pounds. Give him a chance.
It's kicking. It's kicking off.
Okay, Frankie, pick up the mic.
Here's to you, Mick Foley, Mrs. Foley's baby boy, the legend, the hardcore icon, a man who I have the utmost respect for, but I'll tell you who I don't have respect for, and that's this new hopped up on diet pills DDP yoga version of Mick Foley. Who you trying to kid? You're old news, Mick, and the fact that you dropped all that weight is beginning to look like a sign of desperation on your part, like you're trying to reignite an old flame that got put out by the tears of a washed up wannabe great again wrestler. You can attempt to reignite that flame, but I'll put it right back out swiftly along with finally putting you out of your misery. End tape.
Damn, son. Fucking hell.
Damn, Smokey!
Didn't fucking hold back then.
I like it, man.
Thank you.
Nice shot.
Yes, as he said, we do like Mick Foley. I feel I need to apologise to Mick Foley even though he's probably not listening.
Poor old Mick. Poor old Mick's just listened to this, and the first thing he's done is gone straight to the fridge and got the pack of donuts. To
Bang, bang!
I've got a feeling after that promo, my right leg is going to become vacant.
Look out. I've got a habit of switching.
The old switcheroo.
That was awesome.
It was.
Very good, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, before we go anywhere, I'd like to thank Frankie for joining us. Where can people find you?
Thanks. It's been a pleasure. They can find me on Twitter at Mr. Fantastic11.
Yeah, as I said earlier. Hey.
Yep.
And you can find our captains, the Phoenix, at
The Phoenix 626.
And you can find Roxy at
Roxy Toxic.
with the Butcher on her leg. And you can find the Butcher at
Oh, Roxy's leg. At Butcher69.
And you can follow us on your Twitter machines and Instagram at Max Wrestling UK, also at facebook.com/MaxWrestlingMag. And you can find me at Dazzy MWP. If you're not tweeting, you're not trying. Follow us on Vimeo at vimeo.com/MaxWrestling. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's that little red button just down there. I need to stop pointing because you can't see me. And make sure you check out all our partners. Don't forget to check out Sunday Segway and Offshoot Radio and Wrestling Matters right here on the Swerve Talk Network. And all the shows you can shake a top rope at on VOC Nation. If you're British and you support all wrestling and not just WWE, go to Challenge TV at 9 tonight for TNA Impact using the hashtag
Impact UK.
And this is the bottom line.
Because you're out of time.
Jump in it.
Okay, I believe you.
Let me say, oh.